Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to an early Ben's Brick Designs. Welcome into the stream. Good morning, Vab. How are you? So we're starting a little bit early because we have plans at noon, and I wanted to make sure to get done by then. No other reason. So anybody coming in early, I appreciate you coming in and picking this channel over any other things you may watch at 9 o'clock Central. So thanks for being here. Today we're doing a Microfighter design of, and I'll just go ahead and pull this up. This ship from most recent episode of Bad Batch. If you haven't watched Bad Batch, I'm going to try not to spoil it too much. But it is there is an operative that is chasing the group and hunting them down. And this is that operative's ship. Hopefully I won't get too dinged for having Disney up here for a little bit, but this is what we're working on. It's a real simple ship. And it's very cool looking, and I think we could do it in Microfighter version. The fun part is also going to be the, if I scrub around, I might be able to find him. The operative himself is pretty cool looking. So I can find him. That's not him. That's just a trooper. And that's him. So he's got this scout armor mask, but the rest of it kind of looks like I don't even want to say a shadow trooper, but there are a couple of these, and in the show they are former clones that have been trained to be these sort of stealth assassins. They get sent on special missions. There's not going to be anything that I have in studio that's going to even come close to that as a figure. So I'm really hoping that they come out with a figure of some kind, but we can... Good things are finally starting to settle down, and I started getting back in a routine. That's excellent to hear, man. I wish you the best. Yeah, life around kind of everything around here has been kind of topsy-turvy as well. Beth is in group therapy. That's her job as a social worker. And she had someone in her group, trying to say this without getting delisted, but that group, the person in the group is no longer in the group by their own choosing, very definitively. And so she let me know of this, and then Friday, it was on a Friday, and they took the rest of the day off, and they'll probably take tomorrow off too, just to be able to kind of grieve and do whatever they need to. And there's, you know, there's paperwork and processing and everything. So, and my parents are sick and my kid was in a car wreck and, there was, you know, there's stuff going on, but there's good things that are happening too. Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of good Lego stuff lately. I had friends that went to see the first game played at an all purposely built stadium for a women's sport in Kansas City. So they're very excited about that. And I've got friends whose child is having their first birthday today, or their first birthday party. I don't know if today is actually their birthday or not, but that's pretty cool. So we got, you know, good and bad kind of flowing around. I'm trying to find a good kind of suit basic. So I almost want to use this because if you look at the guy's face, it's got that kind of long thing that the Scout Trooper does, but doesn't have the visor. So I'm just trying to look at some stuff to get some ideas about what to use as a kit bash. I'm going to try not to spend too much time on it because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's just going to be kit bashed. That's actually not too bad. It's a little too wide, but I may not have much of a choice here, but I'm glad things are working out for you, Vab. I hope to see you post more stuff and you can get more things going. And I can't really tell what the color is either. He's always lit in this like reddish color. So I can't tell. I think he's just gray. So we'll just go with gray. Maybe I'll just do like gray lighting on this one. Without printing, I wonder if I can do this. So there's a bunch of variants on here. Get rid of the variants, man. Yeah, I don't like that as much. Let's do that one. Okay, settled. I don't like the shine on those glasses either. Let's just do this guy. Little shine. Okay. Torso, we'll do a body. Armor. We'll just pick something. This looks good. Maybe that one. Make sure these are in dark gray. Oh, that's okay. Like, I think I commented on it somewhere that I was actually, I think you had said 5:30, but I think that's when the launch time was in Pacific. Like, when I woke up, it was ready to launch at like 7:30ish. So I was like, oh, cool, I can watch this. I wouldn't have been able to watch anything at 5:30 Central, though. I was asleeping. I don't think we have like Shadow Trooper anything in here, so this may be all right for now. What does that look like when it's dark gray? That's good enough for me. It was a good launch, though. So we've got some printed arms here. This bothers me a little bit. Like, there's something about the scroll the window doesn't fit completely into the screen, and it doesn't let me scroll all the way down. Let's do that. I don't think they have any dark gray arm patches, so let's do black arm patches. Although that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I know, and I'm one of the biggest proponents of making sure you test it before you put a human on it. But at the same time, I'm like, man, one of these days, y'all got to get a launch that like works. And I get it. It's data and it's testing and it's iterative. It just seems very expensively iterative, you know. But that's not, you know, that's not up to me. Let's see. Wish I had more leg options. I'm getting kind of tired of these same 6 legs. See if they've got anything different for... That looks cooler. These are Iron Man. Nope. Don't want anything with jeans on it. Or scales. Or robes. That's actually pretty cool. We'll do that. Color dark gray. And I think his... Don't need prints. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the other launches this year too. I think it'll be fun. As much as I... good afternoon, Walter. How are you? Boa tarde to you. As much as I like, I did start early. So I've got we've got a friend, one of our best friends is having their child's first birthday party today. So we wanted to be available for that at noon. So that's why we're doing this now. And he has a long gun, like, see, here's the I can't, why is this not letting me scroll down farther? I can't see what's down there. Like Crosshair, he's got a big gun like Crosshair, so he gets a big blaster. Still sorting my Lego pieces. Hope to end it today or next week. Well, good luck. All right, so that's cool. I'm going to be done with that. All right. So the ship itself, so we can get back to where the ship is just a wedge. It's a light gray and dark gray wedge. The cockpit's in the middle. It's got these clamp things kind of on the back. These remind me of the scene in Empire Strikes Back where Han is getting frozen in carbonite, and there's this claw that comes down right here and kind of grabs him. It kind of reminds me of that. It's not that, and now that I look at it, it's slightly different, but it looks like it's roughly the same. That's different altogether. That's a video game recreation, I think, or a Blender recreation. Anyway, that's what that reminded me of a little bit. And I don't know what those are. Sensor packets. I don't think they're like exhaust sometimes you get those exhaust, it's called something now. I can't remember what it's called, but the things that sort of stick off the back of the engine, and they're not vents, but they're there to usually like test to make sure the exhaust is flowing properly. Vanes, like exhaust vanes, stuff like that. Yes, first one is always important. They're not going to remember it, so our gift to them is going to be a present for them, for the parents mostly. So, all right, so this is a wedge shape, and we've done wedge shapes before, but I think I'm going to try something a little different, and I also want to make sure to keep this as small as possible, because I tend to, with wedge shapes, get a little big. There's no pieces that stick out like anything that I might want to add in this. It's a real basic shape, but it is solidly a wedge underneath and up top. So it's like just a pyramid. And there's your operative again. I don't want to play too much because it... Yeah, you can see it's pretty much the same on top and bottom. So I would love to be able to do top and bottom wedge slopes that are right and left, but I don't know if Lego still has the pieces for it or not, because I don't think they have like an underside, an inverted wedge. They've got those and these. So maybe I can pull it off with that. But then you have to be able to continue this. Like this sort of ends right there. Like it has to be straight after that, which is why I don't like these pieces all that much. Same with these. These are great looking, but they go straight right here. They don't like just fan out. So, which is why wedge plates are generally a little better. Plus you can stack them. So like if I had a real long wedge plate like this, and then put a smaller one up top and underneath, you get the same effect. Right? It doesn't have that nice point in the front, but you can also color those differently. So when you start getting into the back, we'll color those differently. So this may be how I do it. Trying to think of another way to do it, maybe. There's also the Star Destroyers did this thing where they... the one Star Destroyer that they did, oh, I think they do it this way. 2 by 1 by 4 slope. Oh, I guess they don't. Do they not call them slopes anymore? Well, let's look. Good morning, Scott. How are you? How are things going? Thanks for being here. It is. I was super excited to start working on this. I'm like, can I start working on this now? Like as soon as the episode aired. They haven't got this variant figured out yet. So this will be a problem when ordering the pieces. This is a B and this is an A. And they're virtually the same. One's got a hollow stud and one's got so I think the hollow stud is the older one. So let's do, I don't know which one they're going to pick eventually. So the Star Destroyers did something like this, where they basically made these wedge shapes out of these bricks like this. And then they had snot brick, modified brick, like this, to kind of have stuff go on top of it. So if we did a tile, where's my home plate tile? Like this. And this isn't a bad look, right? That's not a bad look at all, really. And you can do cheese wedges. They're not called cheese wedges, they're called slopes. In the front to make it a little pointier. Nothing absolutely wrong with this kind of design, right? I think I wouldn't want these up here. I think because I want them the same size. Actually, let's do these back here. That's not bad, really. And then you do a bracket. So this is how I remember doing. I've done a couple Star Destroyers like this. Trying to remember how I did them sitting. Because you can do this, but that requires them to sit really high, and I'd want them to sit in this little pocket. This also is a little... have to make sure that this is closed off back here. This is not the most swooshable of things. The clutch power on these guys is not awesome. They tend to kind of break in the middle. The thruster in the back is very cool. I'm not sure I'm going to do it yet because it's very triangular. There's another bit of it landing where you get to see it. Those little clamp things in the back, I have no idea what the purpose of those is, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, and I don't, because those are lined, and at this size, let's say we carry this all the way back, right? Just for fun. At this point, these are going to be dark gray. Oh, I got to make sure to change my palette back to only use the right colors. All right, so let's group this guy. Oops. Done broke the software. So yeah, I hope everybody's had a good weekend so far. It's been raining here. Austin FC tied again last night, so they are now winless in their first 4 games. They were up the last 2 games, the second to last game. They were up with like 3 minutes to go in stoppage time, and they let in a goal. Tied that one. This time they were up 2-1 with probably about 20 minutes to go. So there was still a lot of time. And then they had plenty of chances. They looked a lot better than they have in the past. But they still weren't like 100, 110% or 100%. I'd like to get the coloring on this right. So there's a stripe in the middle there. I don't know how to do that stripe. Which makes me think this may not be the best way to do it, but I'm going to adjust this guy a little bit. Mad Dad Bricks, how's it going? Welcome. Glad to have found you. Just checked your Rebrickable. Really fun designs. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I say sir because it says Mad Dad. I don't know, really. So welcome aboard. Happy Sunday. Glad you're here. I'm going to ask you some questions because I always do when new people stop by. So, Mad Dad Bricks, meaning you're into Lego too. Obviously, you know of Rebrickable. What is your, well, let's say, what's your favorite theme? What's your favorite Lego theme? Release. What's your favorite theme? What's your current favorite set? What's your least favorite set lately? That's not how that works. Do these not snap back on now that I've released them? Oh, that's terrible. Really? Do I have snap turned off? No, they're just being a butt. Okay. What is happening? Why are these not... I'm really glad that Rebrickable or that Bricklink is working very hard on alternate models when they've got this software that kind of works sometimes. Okay. Group. Now I'm going to sit him in here. Let's say he sits right about here. I want to make sure this isn't too big, because again, it may be a few pieces, but I want to make sure that it's not too big. Yes. Good morning, Cliff. I did start early. I wanted to, we've got an engagement at noon, so I wanted to get a couple hours in before that and give myself enough time to like shower, get the dogs fed, do all the things we need to do before we leave for the day, because I have a feeling we'll also be gone for several hours. Favorite theme is 90s Space. Excellent. Massive fan of everything Jorn Thompson did. Oh, yeah. If you guys aren't familiar with Jorn Thompson, he was a designer from like the 80s and 90s, right? Yeah, so a lot of the formative stuff that I think we grew up on, M-Tron, Blacktron, Space Police 2, Ice Planet. Oh, I didn't realize he did UFO. Cool. Explorians, the Aquanauts, some City and other stuff. See, look, there's cowboy stuff here. I think they should bring cowboy stuff back. Yeah, he did a lot of sets that I think a lot of us really fell in love with. So, I mean, this is just iconic. The Spy Track, that's iconic. The Megacore, yeah, just the Aerial Intruder. So I love these themes too. I'm also a huge Futron fan. So Futron was my jam. Let's do a plate. So good taste in Lego. Glad you're here with us today. I think that might be too chunky. You know what this almost looks like? I wonder if I could adapt this a little bit from... Where is Microfighter? I wonder if I could adapt it from this. I wonder if that would be easier. Or if that would just be too much time. Because, I mean, right off the bat, dark gray, light gray, right? And just carry this back. I wonder... Because this is great. It's got the wedge shape from the top, but it's not that like diamond from the front. I know it's a smush diamond, but it's not that sort of... Might just have to go with these again, honestly. So what about current sets? Any current sets you're really liking? or current themes. It's a good angle. Oh, that won't fit. It'll fit here. There we go. That's what I thought. That may be the better choice. And then I could color it funny on the back like that. These come in that color? They do not. Well, nuts. That's too big. I just did that piece. It's still too big. These do. It's the same side, bozo. Plate. So this is the fun kind of messing around with it kind of phase. It is snub nose, so that's okay. I'm okay with doing this. I thought it was pointed, but it's not. Favorite set? The tall neck? Yay. Might be a strange choice, but I never got tired of looking at it. Not playable, but perfectly designed. I agree. The tall neck is fantastic. I hope you like Horizon Zero Dawn stuff, because that's what I'm all about lately. I have got, I don't know if you've seen, but let's pull this up so you can kind of get an idea. I'm working on the landscaping for all my Horizon Zero Dawn things, and here's where I'm about at. I've actually added another plate here and 2 more plates on the side here. And then there's going to be a whole back row that I'm going to work on. And then behind that, I'm going to try to do like, I'm going to do some base plates that will attach to the back with like mountains as like mosaics kind of thing, with Horizon Zero Dawn, like the logo on the middle of it. And then all the machines, if the machines all don't fit on here after that, I'm going to be like, I don't even know what to do. I think I had an idea of it being a little bigger, but as it is, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plates this way and 4 plates that way. That should be enough to just kind of cram on all the machines. But we'll see. I hope so. I hope it looks epic. It's the landscape is pretty simple. It's like I don't have enough wedge plates to do like really nice landscape. So here's kind of what it would look like with all the machines on it. And this is about half the machine. So if I double the amount of plates, hopefully, you know, it won't make a lot of sense that they're all just kind of on top of each other, but you get to see them all, right? And I'm hoping I can get a few more natives, primitive looking figures like Aloy. So they can be kind of maybe fighting them, or, you know, have like a bandit camp somewhere or something like that. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, at some point I'm working on the grass she hides in and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, let's pull the show back up so we know what we're working on here. Thanks, Fab. I had it done in big chunks, and they were all sitting in boxes, so I'd finish a plate, and I'd put it in a box, finish a plate, put it in a box. But I'm like, I want to see what they look like all together, because you kind of have to line them up but you only have to line them up to the one that's next to it. So you only need 2 plates, and then you work on this part and you only need that plate. Then you can put those away. But I was like, I want to see what it looks like all together. So I cleared off the kitchen table and put it on, and it's not big enough. I have to put it on the floor somewhere. And Beth comes home and she walks into the room, puts her purse down. She's like, whoa. I'm like, I know, I'll move it. She's like, no, it's a lot. And I'm like, I know. She's such a trooper for like hanging on to her sanity while I populate the house with Lego all the time. So this is going to be a little canopy here. Yeah, I don't like this as much. So let's focus on this one. I reserve the right to change my mind. Okay, now I need to get him to sit in this. And then the thing about these wedge ones with no moving parts and not a lot of detail, the piece count on this is going to be like 40 pieces. It's going to be kind of ridiculously small. I could have probably, now that I think about it, I probably could have just reused the Corvus. But it's got like additional wings. Like I could just take the wings off. But it does have a different look. The Corvus does have a different look. It's got like a cowl kind of front end. This is solid wedge. So, but yeah, the principle's still there. This is overly complicated though. It's got these Technic plates in there to like make the whole thing kind of droop. But then I don't like the top, the way it has these gaps right here. Never liked that. This is how they did the Sith Infiltrator for Darth Maul originally. That's why I just copied that functionality in this. But yeah. So no A-Wing, no Corvus. Don't save. This will probably be fine. It's going to be kind of a throwaway ship, and I'll make the back end a little better than this. We can probably go like that so it stacks up differently. I liked the wings kind of coming away at a different angle, but I think in order to get what we want, we may have to do this. So let's add another layer. Wedge plates. Mad Dad, what are your upcoming projects? What are you working on right now? Are you in a lug? You do anything for your lug or for yourself or any conventions coming up? Least favorite. Not usually one to complain, but since you asked. The ship to me screams the part 6153B. Yeah. This is an old part, though. And then I'd also need 2 of them. I'm going to answer Mad Dad's question here in a second, or read his thing. I suppose I could have wedge plates coming out of this. Try to describe the Walkman as reward points per good idea and potentially clever, but the mechanism just gets the tape stuck in and it's too small. You know what? That sounds exactly like old Walkmans used to do. That just gets the tape stuck. I don't know how many Walkmans I ended up having to fishing a tape out of in my car, or the best one was that yellow Sony Walkman that was like built like one of those titanium briefcases. You could drop that thing from a building and it would be fine. Oh, you started a lug. Nice. Maitland, North Southwest Australia. Neat. Is it recognized? Is it officially recognized? You just start the group. I know a handful of people online from Australia. New South Wales. Thank you. North, Southwest. Adorabuilds, Mayo, Tasman. I think that's it. And then I'll pop into whatever streams they're doing, and they usually have friends with them from that area. They do streaming as well. I'm not sold on this, Fab. It's very thick. Like, it's a good idea, but I would have to build up the whole back end of this to match. Not recognized, need to exist for a year. Have 20 members. Perfect, perfect. Well, good luck to you. I hope it goes well. I hope you get a lot of interested people. All right, so that fits. Oh, let's move this away a little bit. If I can build it up, and if I can figure out how to flip them, that might be all right. Because then there's, now I can use those wedge pieces like this. Something like that. Zisoo! Welcome, Zisoo. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. Or as they say in Australia, I hope you're going well. Hope it's going... How are you going? Trips me up. Every time Adorabelle says that, she's like, how you going? I'm like, via my legs. What do you mean, how am I going? Yeah. That's actually kind of nice. So here's the thing. It doesn't need that. But I do need something in here. That feels a little naked. Upcoming projects 4856B. Why do I have my caps lock on? 4856B. Yeah. I need to get rid of these. Put that in there. Or give it room. Come on, I know this will work. Just go on. Are you too good for your home? Okay, this is an instance where I need to do connect that to... Oh, wait. Nope. Let's get this in here. And then put that there. Okay, good. The other thing is the coloring. That I want a stripe right here. And this doesn't come in that color, so I'm stuck with that. So I'd need a sticker or something to color that. And do these come in dark? They don't. So like I'm limited to like the color I wanted to do too. It'll be fun if a whole bunch of people online. Yeah, that's great. Like that's a fun thing to start up. Not a first convention. It's a first. They're starting a lug. So that's super cool. I could probably turn these gray like that. And then have the top of these have little... tile. I mean, it'd be kind of the opposite. Something like that. Oh, for your first convention in Sydney. Nice. Resubmitting my Cyberpunk hypercar. Cool. Yes, and also the convention. So yeah, lots of good things going on, man. Wedge plate. Did these come in dark blue gray yet? Fuck. I mean, shoot. How do these look on here? Not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. And then these can be inverted slope. Because you don't have anything as fun angled like this inverted. So you kind of have to make do. Actually, I'll leave that space open for the thrusters. I think I can do brackets. To start attaching the thrusters. Alright, so now I gotta put this dude in here somewhere. He's gonna be too low to sit there, so let's raise him up a bit. And we need to close this whole area off anyway, so let's do... Alright, take care. I usually don't stream this early. I usually start at 10 a.m. Central on Sundays, which I don't know is like Tuesday for you. No, it's sometime in the afternoon, evening. And then Thursday, my time, 8 p.m. Central, which I think is like 2 in the morning for you. So I wouldn't expect you to be there. But yeah, Sundays at 10 a.m. Central, usually. Today was an exception. I was on a little earlier. But thanks again for coming by. Appreciate it. Thanks for checking out Rebrickable site, too. Hope you liked all that stuff. So let's just do a plate of like 2x6. Vab, I'm going with your idea. We're going to stick with these pieces. And then in there needs to be 2. Looks like 2x3. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Well, whatever that later time is. Take care, man. Nope, not that piece. Let's do 2x4. And then put him in there. Still won't go in there. That can't be right. That seems really... I can't imagine another piece is needed to go in there. Well, let's do a tile. And then... You've got to be kidding me. I don't believe for a second this guy can't fit in here now. This is so frustrating. I do not know what happened to Studio, why it's like so bonkers with lining things up lately. I do not want... Okay, here's the thing. This is a whole group. I do not want his middle section to connect to anything. Why would it think that I'd want that? Look, that fits just fine. In fact, I don't even need that other piece. Why is that so hard for you to understand, Studio? Perfect. That's what I wanted. I will take all the negative criticism it gets. When I post on Reddit and everyone's like, yeah, it's a little chunky, I'd be like, you know what? There's this dude who does rockets. He said it was a good idea. Yeah, it looks good so far. I like it. And then we'll just fill it out with, it's got stuff underneath here that we'll just put like fun things, little greeblings under here. And then use this to attach up top. I don't know if I want to make it that whole thickness of that back piece or not. It looks like it's a little open, so let's do some... Let's do some of this hot nonsense. Let's make these in black, just because I want to differentiate the color. And then let's do a really long plate. Really long, let's do 6. And have that be gray. And then brick. And then yeah, it's been, there was an update, and I know I'm harping on this, but there was an update back in the summer. Like, I think it was one of the major updates they did that added like a bunch of new functionality and stuff. That ever since then, it just doesn't, it used to be a lot more, not sensitive, but it used to be a lot more intuitive in terms of like where it needed to go to attach things, and it's just been kind of all over the place lately. Seems like this whole back end is kind of darkish gray, so. Forgot about Bad Batch. Binged the first 3 of latest season. Need to catch up. It's really good. I'm really enjoying it. And I think I enjoy it a lot because it's very simple. Like, it's not overly complicated Star Wars. It's very basic, like, good guy, bad guy, mission that they need to go in and win real quick, and, you know, that kind of stuff. All right, so here's the trick. Here's the tricky bit now. We're going to have to do... let's change this color to trans red. And then I'm going to try to figure out... I'm also going to do this. Hide all pieces that don't exist in trans red. Because what I want to do is figure out a good engine piece with as few pieces as possible. It needs to be a triangle. So we'll see what's available in trans red. Because I think that's probably the more iconic of the pieces on this. Or more iconic of the distinctive parts of this ship. The rest of it's just a gray wedge like everything else, but this just takes a little bit because it sometimes breaks the software to go through it. So I think it's trying to fit in with, like, well, this is going to be what happens with, maybe they'll spin off Omega for something else. But I think it's filling the gap of Poe Dameron saying somehow Palpatine returns. I think that's the whole point of this, is like, it's bridging the gap between Clone Wars and the original series. Basically, it's getting to the point where we're at Rebels. And it's trying to kind of fill in some gaps with Force cloning, who Snoke was, who the Emperor was when he came back. I don't know if that's their actual purpose, but I mean, it's pretty... are you kidding? That'd be perfect. It's almost $3 though. Maybe there's something else. I was kind of hoping for just a regular tile. Hey, you could get trans red arms. That's pretty cool. Price updating. A spear weapon tip, and that's it. That's what we got. All right. Yeah, because they show up in Rebels. They're old men on a fishing expedition for a giant worm. All right, so this is weird because I don't even see any tiles in here. I thought there were trans red tiles. Oh, there they are. Okay. Oh, I see what happened. I was already on a part, so it skipped down. Okay. This piece is a maybe. Maybe we don't have to have it be as triangular. Maybe go like this. And have two of them. I just sorted it. If I can figure out how to attach this, this is what we'll do. All right, so this is a possibility. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. These are all kind of triangular shapes. Nothing else really. Maybe this. This is cheap too. That may be it right there. What is going on? All right, so let's turn all these back. Nope. I think my software is about to break. So I'm going to save, because I haven't saved yet. Studio files. And as far as I know, this is just called the Operatives Pursuit Craft. That's what I'm calling it. Because it doesn't have a name in universe or anything, so it seems like it's kind of in the way. I'm going to make that a little smaller. Also, can I... I don't want to change this too much, but I really want to change this chat a little bit because I feel like it's in the way, but whatever. All right, so now changes back to light bluish gray, modified plate. So this I think would look cool. I need another plate in here. I think that would look cool. These are black, maybe. Right, that's a good shape. That's a good shape. This is actually pretty good too. That's a little small. These are pretty good. What's up, Mayo? Tried going to bed, but you can't. Oh. Well, just found out from another Aussie that came in a little bit ago that it's 2 in the morning there. And I realize it's 2 in the morning tomorrow, right? So it's Monday morning for you? So this could be done if I figured out how to get it in here. And probably modified brick on 2 sides. Just too thick. And that bumps into everything over here too, so it's probably not. That doesn't seem like that would be a problem, honestly. Oh, I see. Okay. What if we rotated it? Does it give more? And then did a Technic brick? Nick brick. Another plate. I think that's probably too big for this area too. Yeah, just. Okay. Although that'd be really cool. That looks perfect. So let's redo. So this doesn't have to be as long, and this doesn't have to be a thing here. We can push this a little bit to be farther back. I can also do another one of these. Wish there was a better way to invert these than this fishing pole or fishing reel plate. Dude, our Discord, I feel so bad. So I woke up this morning at like 7 and I kind of wanted to get up a little later than that, but I knew I had to like maybe 7:30. Had to eat breakfast, let the dogs out, get everything ready to do an early stream. Reach over, grab my phone, start looking at stuff. And there's like 30 updates on our Discord server, on our Text Lug and Brick Rodeo Discord server. And somehow somebody got into one of our co-chairs accounts on Discord and pushed a come visit our porn site message to the entire, like every channel in the Discord server on both servers. And so I wake up to somebody messaging me at like 4 a.m. and of course my phone is off. I know people like having a phone in case of emergencies, but at 11:30 my phone goes into do not disturb and doesn't turn off till 6:30. It's like, do not try to wake me up at 2 in the morning. It can't be that important. And And I realize that there's exceptions to that, but the Discord server being spoofed is not one of them. So I wake up and there's just like I just see all these alerts and I'm like, what? So I messaged the dude they spoofed. I'm like, I guess we should, and I said we should do verification on new users, but it looked like it came from him. So his account was hacked. So hopefully he got that sorted. He's a pretty savvy web dude. So okay, how am I going to do this? I don't want to get too fancy complicated with it, but I think if I did a bracket right here, and put this on here with like another, let's just see how this fits. So that fits pretty good. The difference is if you look at the ship itself, the engines are like kind of inside it. So they just need to be triangle shapes with like trans red inside it. So maybe more like a tile with this behind it or something, or a red tile in front of that, or in front of this. They're going the other way there. They're going that way. So like, you can get 1x2 plate. Nope. 1x2 plate. I think you can get these in red. And then put this in front of it. That might be the easiest thing to do. It's not triangular. But it probably is the easiest thing to do. I wish there was a way to... Again, just playing around. All right, so let's get rid of this. And this was originally a bracket. So let's do that. That's a little big. Every spaceship is a triangle. Yep. All right, so this isn't high enough. I don't think the engines are right. I don't like this. So let's do... Let's do a bigger bracket. And see if it looks better a little higher up. I have a feeling it won't. I mean, it lines up better. So here's the thing. This thing, I'm all about center lines on this, and this is wrong. So engine, let's set this engine thing aside for a second. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of some of these pieces that I'm not going to need anymore. I don't think I'm going to need this. We'll come back to that. I know they're there now. So this center line is all messed up. This is the center line, this dark black line right here. But this needs to be moved down. Or just this section needs to be moved down. So let's work on that for a second. So if I take that out, that's going to remove a bunch of stuff in the middle there, which is fine. But what I think I'm going to do is, let's try something. So instead of all those guys in there, let's do this. And put him down here like that. We can close that up here in a second. But then now, put this guy up here. And maybe not even that high. And then we can put our 3x3 brick back in there. Nope. This is a little better. Okay, so that's a little better. I got black. It's internal and I don't want to see it too much. Can I do any tiles on here? Let's try something fun instead of just this. Modified brick. Two-sided snot brick. Can we get tiles in there? I don't think we can get plates in there, can we? Modified plate. Let's try this. I don't think we can. No. Okay, so tile it is. Tile modified. That's kind of what I wanted. Yeah. That's cool looking. I like it. Color that dark gray. Let's do a 1x1 round plate with the opening in it. And then we'll put a shaft, a bar, 2L. Put another one down here. Don't know how that'll all go together yet, but we'll figure it out. Some high quality greebling right there. Triangles in the sky, I can go twice as high. Something where I look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. And never been a more perfect time for a hinge plate. In dark gray. And then modified tiles. These guys. Cool. I like it. Good morning. You're going to make pizza for breakfast? So for that pizza, the best way to heat it up, you're just going to put it in the microwave because you don't care. If you put it on a pan with some tinfoil in the oven and then just preheat the oven, by the time it's done preheating, the pizza's cooked. All right. If you want to eat pizza like a plebe. All right. So I like that. Let's save that. What's up, Missy? Good morning. Yes, I did start early today. So now let's see what this looks like attached. First of all, that it's not going to work. But the center line will at least be a little better. If we do it without. Yeah, that's a little better. So what I might do. Is this too much? That might be too much. Maybe it's that bracket that's the problem. How are you doing today, Missy? How's things? Since I saw you all of like less than 12 hours ago. Or 24 hours ago. Nope, still want it to be slightly higher up. Oh, I need to put a brick in there. I forgot. Let's make that. Let's give that a funky color, shall we? I'm going to work on the Mars base later. Not doing too much today. Cool, cool, cool. I had to reformat some photos, silly aspect ratios. Yeah, those suck sometimes. We're going to do that one gray, and then we need a slope. Might as well do this first part here. Cool. So, Missy, this is what we're working on. We're working on this ship from the Bad Batch. Nope. It's the operative ship, the thing that's chasing, the person that's chasing the Bad Batch. So I'm trying to figure out now the engine clusters in the back here to make it work. I really like all these pieces that are in here. but it's a little, it's getting a little tweaky. So like, trying to just figure out how to attach a bunch of stuff. So like this might work. If I did then a plate. That's a pretty good angle. And then do this. All right, that I'm happy with that alignment. It looks like it's slightly higher than the center line, but it's also slightly lower than the middle of this. So it's, I think that's a good look. That's a good spot. I just now need to figure out how to like put wedge pieces on either side of that, and I think I know how to do that. So we shall do a 3, and then we got this guy, and then we've got curved slope wedge, these guys, and I can even. Bye, Scott. Take care. Have a good Sunday. Hope everything goes well for you this week. Don't be a stranger. That could probably come out farther even. There is that plate. Where is it? I wonder if technically it's a modified plate or not. Well, it didn't show up there, so maybe. There it is. All right, so what colors does this come in? Comes in gray, that's good. So maybe we'll just do that. So we can do that. Get rid of this. And then we do one more plate here. And those can be dark gray. Now, putting that plate there like that kind of defeats the whole purpose of that. So just one plate. And then it leaves a gap there, which I don't like. Yeah, the 2x3 with the cutout. That's what I thought too. So I think what I'm going to try to do, let's move this all out here. Still kind of want to use this. I think that's fine. This isn't bad right here. But I think it's overly complicated. Oh, for fuck's sake. But what I'm thinking is maybe move this back. Put another one under here. And then use the interior of this to hold it all in. There's a new tile. Do you want to bet that that's not in here yet? A 2x3 tile? Which new speed champion? I'll look it up. What happened to my mouse? There it is. Speed champions. Sort by date. One of these. This looks like it's the newest one. Inventory is not available yet. Nice. It's a 1x2 with a cutoff. Oh. I know exactly which one you're talking about. I'm going to do something real quick. Please don't look too closely at it. Okay, great. Thanks for the function. I can't edit this. All right, so just don't look at anything real closely here. In fact, trying to see. Has my post activity? No. Is that all you're going to give me? Oh, the LAN is such a garbage forum. Like, the software is just terrible. Let's see, I think it was in here, but yeah. It's a roundabout way of doing it, but this is the only way I know how to do it because I don't think it exists on Bricklink yet, and if it does, I don't know what. I don't know what it's called on Bricklink. Not these. Not these. I'm glad I gave it the exact name that it appears on Lego site, and it comes up with all these other junky. It's a 1x2 tile with the corner cut off. Nope, doesn't exist yet in Studio. Yep, there it is. That one. Dark bluish gray. Already $1. So it is technically tile modified 1x2 wedge left. Tile modified wedge. Yeah, it's not in Studio yet. But I know, as soon as you said that, I'm like, I know exactly which one. They're basically this shape, but one level instead of two. So yeah, that when it hit our lug bulk, I was looking at it and it didn't have pictures, and I was like, "Is this what I think it is?" And I posted it in the LAN. I'm like, "This isn't like it. This isn't showing up in Lego site. It's not showing up on anything. What is it?" And in lug bulk, it was only showing us left, just the left part. It wasn't left and right pairings. You could only get one of them. I'm like, "That's dumb." And they're like, "Yeah, you're right. We should fix that." So that would be really cool if we had it, because then I could just do two of them together in this color, and that'd be a perfect little triangle thing. But you know, whatever. There are pieces, slope, cutout. I wonder if they can... There's these two pieces and this piece. That would make a good section. What colors can these be? Well, I have to go one at a time. That could be dark bluish gray. That's great. Can that? Yes. Perfect. Okay, and then in here, it's gonna be so dumb. One, how many plates can this be? 3. And then a 1x1 plate. Sometimes the easiest answers. Oh, it needs to be one taller. Easy enough. Mm-hmm. Or brick. This is just fun time now because I've got time to kill. And this is pretty much done except for this engine thing. So, record time. Getting these things done so fast lately. Somebody says, do this on the day the show comes out, and you're like, you got it. I got this. I want to use this, but this raises the... It's not flush, like 2 plates up or whatever. If we move this over here so it kind of sits in front of it so you can see. We go one plate up. Make this a little chunkier. Nope, not that far. Whoa, slow down. 1 plate up. That's not exactly in there very well. So that would have to be a tile. I'm trying to do math now just to see. So this is like half a plate down to make it work, and I don't even know if it would work in there. Where did that come from? thought 2 plates was, I guess I'm wrong about that math. I thought that distance was better. Okay, so I was wrong about that. This can still be used. Yeah, that's not bad. Could even be a little taller. Yeah, 4 plates tall. Could even be... This would be fun. But it would stick out. And I don't think they stick all the way out, but that'd be fun. Because that gives it more of a triangle space in there. And then another one down here. And that lines everything up. Look how nice that lines up. Yeah, that shield piece. I'm thinking I'm going back to that. I was actually just thinking about that. I forget. Is that a tile? Yeah. Okay. First of all, let's see how expensive this is if it shows it the price. It's $3 almost. Let's actually see what it costs. In the US. Oh my God. There's one piece in the US and it's $10. I don't think I'm going to use that. That's cost prohibitive. So, I mean, it was a good idea. I was kind of hoping that I could use it because, yeah, then you could just put like a... yeah, apparently one of them, there's one. Some dude probably made it and snuck it on. I mean, because that's your engine right there. Just stick it into that thing. And Bob's your uncle. That would have been so perfect. That may be a bit big, but we can look. I think it might be. I'm trying to remember now all the pieces that were in trans red. I don't remember if it actually is or not. Negative. That would have been a good... I mean, we're getting to the size where that would have been really good too. This fang... Well, let's do this again. Let's double check. So this should only be trans red available parts now in the software. So I liked this because it was, if we could do it inverted, it makes a really good shape. But the problem is making it inverted. And we could do that with that fishing reel to some extent. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. There's also cheese wedges. Lego really needs to invent upside down cheese wedges. It's a little chunky, but you could put plates next to it. There's these guys. There's regular plates. There's these, which might go well with that. Just do that. That was black. Right? That's pretty easy. That may be a thing to do. Yeah, why put a $10 piece in your software? That just seems... I want to know, why did I close that? I want to know what set that came in. Right? A cheese wedge that's instead of an anti-stud, it had a stud on the bottom of it. Oh, that would have been nice. Trans red in 8 sets and it's still... Oh no, 1 set. The Elven Star Battery Attack from 2018. Wow. And how many came in this set? 1. So 1 in 1 set. That's why it's so expensive. Spear tip with the slope curve around it. 27257. Yeah. We'd need a... You'd need a... Turn that off. Clip. Have to have it being held. And then you're thinking these curved slopes around it, like on either side of it, like that. Like that. Oh, these guys? So I like these guys okay because it's got a good shape, but they also go backwards. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's a good shape going this way, but then when you look at it this way, it's coming back around. So it gives it sort of a curved, almost scalloped shape instead of like, I think this is more straight lined. Which means I like these a little better. Or even these, really. So if we replaced... all these and and figured out how to get a plate to hold this in there. Because there's this giant wedge plate holding a lot of this in place. I can't really replace that. But if we get this in here somehow... Oh, no. We don't. It doesn't have to be that one. I'm so dumb. There we go. Okay, not quite the right fit. But we're getting there. Fuck's sake. The whole just moving stuff around is really getting frustrating. This looks like it's got a little bar on it, so I think that's as high as it can go. Let's just do this. Let's put this in place here and see where it can go. So if we wanted it lined up there, and we wanted it kind of inside, well, I have an idea, but it's sacrificing this thing. So what's everybody's plans for today? Did I already ask you all that? Anybody doing anything wonderful? Other than Mars bases and... Oh, man. Just inside. Prep for next week, unfortunately. Prep for next week, like... just getting ready for the work week kind of thing? Or do you have like, because I hear prep and I think surgery sometimes, so I'm just making sure everything's okay. Lucky little time sorting Lego, Mars base, sort some parts, lesson planning. Oh, don't be sad about that. That's important stuff. You're doing the Lord's work, as they say. Is that going to be too wide? Yes. Unfortunately. But... Oh man, I didn't want to have to sacrifice that part because it's so cool. All right, let me come back to that. I just had an idea. If I can figure this out right, if I can do the math. I like the hint of cleaning. The crossbar hilt. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's what I was thinking. Let's see if that's wide enough. Everybody go back. Oh, it just lines up. Ah. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I knew that part existed. So this can now be another one of these. Okay, let's do this right. This sits there. This can be black. I know that. I have one. Bam. Awesome. There it is. All right, now I gotta figure out how to attach all this stuff over here. Nope, that can stay. This just needs to be... That can be this color. Man, I wish I could make these black somehow in here. Because that needs to be black. But if I do plates. So much time spent on this. And then tile. See, and this is where I really wish I could do an inverted cheese slope. Because that'd be great. Because I think this would get too much in the way. That would cut into it. So as it is, we're just going to do this. Nope, tile. God, this music is creepy. All right, so that is being held up there. That is being held up top. I am good with this decision. So, we move this. Okay, this is all good. I like all of this. I like all of this. Great, great, great. And look at that, done in 2 hours. Get your microfighters done in 2 hours or less. Community-driven Lego design. 1x2 inverted bow won't fit, will it? This guy? Inverted bow. It is a wedge. Where is it? I know what one you're talking about. I just have a hard time finding it. This guy? This guy, curved one? There's nothing for it to attach to underneath. So you'd have to figure out how to attach it up top first. It would have to plug in somewhere in here. You see what I'm saying? So it would have to like attach like that back into here for it to work. Because there's not enough, there's nothing on top here friction-wise to just kind of push it in there and leave it. If you mean just like sitting in here like this. Like that. Just kind of sitting in there. It still kind of bumps into stuff. But yeah, it has to figure out how to, it has to attach somewhere else. It's okay. I'm like 90% okay with this. Like I would rather this all not be light gray, but it has to be. And I like the fact that it's a little couched in there, so I'm really okay with this. The only thing I'm not kind of sure about yet is I can, you know what, I'm just gonna do that and be done with it. There, that's a little better. And that ties these two pieces together. That can tie these two pieces together. It's not the same striping as I always liked in the actual ship, but I'm 100% okay. With it. Oops, don't need all that. And then just stick this guy in the other side. Bam. That looks really great. Thanks for the help, y'all. This is definitely one that, because sometimes I'll show these off a little bit like front and back. Because from the front, this is just like, meh, whatever. But this one definitely going to show off from the back. Because from the front, super boring. But from the back, it's a little cooler. So that's really cool. All right. I think that's all I want to do on that. You know what? If I could, I might go back and fix this a little bit. I just don't know how yet. It seems like it wants something a little bit in there or in there somehow. But anyway. Yeah, pretty happy with it. I may go back and muck with it a little bit, but I like it. So, and also it's such a throwaway ship. Like the character's probably going to die, and these guys are soldiers basically. Oh, I forgot to put these back on. These guys are not soldiers, but they're conscripted units that are trained to be disposable and throwaway and stuff. So, I'm 100% okay. Make that black. Not being too picky with a lot of how it looks, because it, you know, I can just say it's that ship from the Bad Batch that dude went and hunted everybody down. Everyone goes, oh yeah, all right, you know, unless they come out with a figure, it really doesn't matter because you're kit bashing the figure. But all right, well, that's it. I'm going to go get ready to do a thing this afternoon. So you guys have a great rest of your Sunday. Let me check my schedule real quick. I think this Thursday might be a little iffy. We're having a major networking thing at work. Tuesday and Wednesday, definitely. I will be there late. Thursday we should be done by then, so I don't think we have to do anything Thursday. So I will. I'll probably be back Thursday. We'll get working on this. We'll do some more of the Degrassi design stuff. Let's do that in studio. So plan on that. I did order the Tanta V4 MIDI scale ship so I could get some of the gift with purchases thing. So that may be a build thing next Sunday. Don't have anything going on the 24th. So yeah, so look forward to the next couple days of some designs and builds and things. But have a good rest of your day. Have a good week. Be safe. For all the new people that stumbled in, I really appreciate you coming by. And if not new, then I'll see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.